So what kind of medical tests do people have after being involved in a serious car accident or maybe a slip and fall or some kind of other injury incident? And the answer to that is, of course, it depends on the nature and extent of someone's injuries. But what we see in our practice is, of course, someone, if they're seriously injured, they may be evaluated initially by paramedics. They can then be seen at the hospital or by urgent care, by a medical doctor, by nursing staff, just to go over, to see the nature and extent of their injuries right away. Then after that, there are certain diagnostic tests that may be given or performed to the injured person to rule out certain problems. So for example, x-rays, that's very commonly known. X-rays are given to rule out a fracture. So let's say if someone has a serious injury to their leg, there could be an x-ray taken to see if there's a fracture or not. Sometimes though, there are certain injuries that do not show up in an x-ray where it's not going to be clear if you just give an x-ray. So for example, there could be a CT scan that could be given to see if there's a problem with the organ or something under the skin, right? Another common test that may be given is an MRI. An MRI will show in greater detail what's going on under the surface, so to speak. So for example, if someone has an injury to their neck, an x-ray may be taken to rule out a fracture. But if there's still some serious pain or a problem going on, an MRI may be warranted. So an MRI can be taken and that can show if there's like a bulging disc herniation, what level of the neck is impacted, how serious is the problem there. Or stenosis, like narrowing of the spine, may be present somewhere. So that's an example. It could also be an MRI of the lower back. It could be shoulder, knee, elbow, wherever the problem is. MRI of the brain even as well, if it's a brain injury. So the point is, if you are seriously injured in an accident or an incident, definitely seek medical attention as soon as possible. And then when you're well enough after that, if you feel like you have an injury claim or case against someone that caused you to be injured, feel free to reach out to us to give a free consultation. And if you're interested in more personal injury content such as this, and how the law offices of Sears & Associates may be able to help you or a loved one, feel free to reach out to us. And also don't forget to follow and subscribe on our social media such as Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook.